Good morning, everyone from Toronto. Today, I will just do my makeup with you before heading to the airport. Please tag along and have a drink or a snack with you, and we'll see you in a bit. Good morning. I'm sorry. I haven't talked to you guys in 3 weeks, maybe now. It's just been crazy. I haven't been feeling well. I've been sick and tired for a long time. And on top of that, I had to come to Toronto for a conference. Now that I'm done with everything, I can sit and have a chat with you and do some makeup. We're actually leaving to the airport in an hour and a half, so I'll do it quickly. I bought some bits and pieces, honestly, and I wanted to share them with you. The most important thing is that I found these earrings. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah. So I found them on Jenny Bird and they are really good quality. I mean, if you are looking for a dupe for the Vanetta um, earrings, I think they are excellent. Let's see if I can put them. Yeah. I think I'll put them after the makeup. It's just those are one of the finds that I was really happy with. They're a little bit heavy, so if you're not used to wearing earrings, maybe you should have a little bit of earring couple of days and then you will feel fine. For me, because I told you I was sick, so I wasn't having any earrings. The first day I put them, those were not as easy to use as others. I didn't bring any primer, but I'll be starting with rose ink first, and then I'll conceal with hourglass. So I got sepia and beach, and they heard a lot about these new concealers. I'll just throw the packages on the floor so I can pick them up later. So, yeah, I saw a lot of people talk about these concealers, and I thought, let me try the Travel Virgin first and see how I feel about them. Because I usually travel with my Makeup Forever HD All in One palette, and that's easier because it has the concealer. It's almost like a foundation, contour, everything in one palette. It's just sometimes you if you compare the weight of these to the weight of this, these are lighter. So let's start with concealing. Concealing? Yeah, I wish that you can conceal the fatigue that you feel. I squirt some on the... I don't have a mirror. Let's use the Hourglass palette. I've been so tired and I don't think that I recovered well, and I keep going back to work because that's what you do in life. You do not have the chance to actually take your time to recover. It's never is the case. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I feel. Like we don't have the actual time to just regain our health fully. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it takes you out of that mental space that's and your body starts working with you. So it's a bit darker, but actually with time, it's for some reason it blends with my skin very well. So I used it several times during this trip. I'm talking about the foundation. And this is shade 60. So if you are medium skin tone, like mine, I think that would suit you well. and it'll be okay even for summer if you're more tanned. Now to the next step. I don't know which is which. I think beach is more peachy, as the name implies. So I don't have any blemishes, luckily. When I was sick, I had blemishes everywhere. Currently, my skin is clearing up, so I don't have a lot of blemishes. And most of the stuff that I want to do are just a highlight my face. So I swap now to sepia. Usually think of sepia as something more dark than this color, but we'll see. Yeah, it's definitely not sepia. Who remembers YSL Tushikla? Do people still use that? It didn't give any coverage whatsoever. It's just one of the first illuminators, I would say. And then they came up with color correction. And I think YSL in makeup are very innovative, and their products are really good. I don't like, for example, I used their foundation long time ago, not recently, and I didn't like it. I like their mascaras. I like their tushkla. I never used their powders, or I don't remember. I didn't like their. I know that a lot of people like their rouges, lipsticks. I never liked that, but I'm very picky with lipsticks. Like even Dior, I don't like their lipsticks, but their glosses and oils are fine. I like Givenchy's products a lot, like lipsticks and even how they look and everything. I think Givenchy was my friend for a long time. I cannot see, I don't know if you can see a difference. I cannot see a difference. Sometimes that's good that everything blends so seamlessly that you're not worried about it. What's next? Usually I do my highlight powder and then contour. So I'll do the contour first and then I'll mix the highlighter. I usually contour high up, like where that bone is, and the cream itself get dispersed. So my first landing is on the bone, and then the cream would disperse. And whatever is left on the brush, I just take it up on half of the face. I bring it a little bit on the brow bone here to have a little bit of bronzage going on. Same, I land on the bone and then I start blending. I try not to blend farther than the pupil. Just draw a line from your pupil down. I try not to blend inside because when you apply the blusher and everything, it'll get blended a little bit inside. So when you do your first layer of contouring, try to be very minimalist. And less is more when it comes to makeup. Less is more. It's multiple thin layers of everything. I know that you see online people apply a lot of layers and thick lines, and it's all for the show. Nobody in real life, or maybe in real life they do it. I don't know. It's just it doesn't look good in real life. Maybe on the camera, yes, but not when you see people face to face. I brought with me Foxglove from Rose Inc. I liked their blushes. Like I told you at the beginning, I wasn't impressed, but then later when I started using it more and more, I really like it. Today, I'll let you know about Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder powder. This is the new powder that I got. And really, I wanted to test a compact powder. Yesterday, I got myself Chanel compact powder, Chanel Universal. I used their loose powder before, and I was a loyal user till I found out about Huda Beauty, and I switched to Huda Beauty. I don't think they're comparable. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. Um, they're comparable, I would say. I haven't used Poudre Universal, the loose powder from Chanel, in a long time, but I would say they're comparable based on my memory, honestly. Um, so, based on my good experience with it, I bought the compact because sometimes you want a compact with you just in your purse to take around. You don't want to be fussing around with your loose powder, especially that the summer is coming, like in winter. Things hold in place far longer than in summer. Um, so I used Rare Beauty liquid highlighter. I told you before that I couldn't get my hands on their powder one, but even when I had the chance, honestly, during the Sephora, I was like, do you really want it? Because especially that I got this one when I couldn't find the Rare Beauty highlighter. I got Artist Fist color highlighter from Makeup Forever, shade H106, and I'll try it today. Today we try a lot of products. Again, the blusher, I do not go back similar to the bronzer, but I go, I would say, at the corner of my eye, and then a blend. And I like it when it goes up high. So my face is already rounded and have a lot of cheeks. I have a lot of fat in my face. That's just the natural structure. So I don't need to bring a lot of attention to my apples. When I smile, I have a lot. So I don't have a bony face where I need it to be more rounded. I need it to be more structured. So we're done with the cheeks. I'll just contour my nose. I usually contour my nose, as you know by now, by my brow pen. It's very thin. Usually the color of your brows blend very well for your contour. I drew dotted lines. I don't know if you can see dotted lines. I do not draw a full line. And then I blend up to my eyebrow. And my tip goes down, so I try to draw a line a little bit higher up. So it will give the illusion that my tip is higher. Yeah, and it doesn't show in real life. It just gives the illusion, and this is what you want at the end of the day. You want to give the illusion. You don't want people to look at you all contoured. Or this is my preference of how I should my makeup. So now let's see for the powder, and this is my exciting part. Should I do the powder or set everything first? I usually set everything first before the powder. So I start with the highlighter. This is how it looks. So it doesn't you can buy the tin and build your own products. But for me, I wanted one thing, so I got the one thing that I want. So you get carried away when you're in a store. Yesterday I was in Nordstrom, and here in Canada there is a clear out um, sales. They're moving out of Canada, so they're liquidating their products, and they have 20 to 30% of sales. So it's a great time to buy if you need something. The first day I wasn't feeling well. I had to go to the conference, and then we went shopping. So I didn't pick up anything, but I was browsing and taking a look. I saw several products from Clé de Peau, Tom Ford, Chanel, stuff that I really didn't think of or need before going into the store and looking at them. And sometimes you get influenced. First, you get influenced by the influencers that you watch. You see them use those products that were gifted to them, so they didn't go buy $400 serum or cream. You get influenced by those people. And the second thing, you get influenced by the price change. So it came down, for example, Play the Post serum came down from $400 to $300. The Tom Ford stuff came down from 120 to 90. So you get carried away into buying this stuff, and I actually picked them. But I told my husband, let me go around the store and think about it before actually jumping and buying them, since I don't really need them. I'm just influenced by the prices that they have, that I'm seeing a lot of discounts. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. Why would I buy a contour and liquid highlighter for 90, even if they're discounted for 90? I can buy for far less than that with good or similar. Like, I'm not buying stuff from drugstore, and I buy stuff from luxury brands. It's just you need to rain down. And I know that I want to be beauty influencer. I want to have that kind of life. It's just I don't want myself to be carried away as a consumer. I don't want to encourage others to consume as well. The main point of this channel is to have fun, entertainment, some teaching, but I don't want you to get carried away with buying stuff just because I use them. I think we all get influenced, even me who knows about makeup, who knows about products, who actually sometimes I use a product and I don't like it, and I see another influencer using it and they like it. They go buy it again, and I discover that I don't like it. Still, I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. So please don't repeat those mistakes. So I was using this old hourglass palette, and Guerlain, very dirty, old Guerlain terracotta in deep. I love how this smells. I love how buttery the powder is. Regarding the highlighter, I'm not impressed, if I'm honest with you. But we'll see. I will see during the day. I'm not impressed. Not the worst, but I didn't feel like it gave me what I wanted. Now let's move to the powder. I'll try to film at the end of the day to tell you about some of the results, if they held up or not. But If I don't, please forgive me. I'll tell you about it next time. The one thing that I didn't tell you about last time when I filmed my makeup in Saskatoon, I was using e.l.f. products for the first time. And let me tell you, I didn't like that experience at all. I know that everyone is hyping up e.l.f. The blushers and the cream blushes that I used are fine. It's just their concealer, the primer, the powder. I didn't like any of their base products. Maybe I'm different. Yeah, some people love them. I didn't. Okay, so plastic, peel plastic here. It's the most satisfying feeling ever. It doesn't smell like much. I'll use a smaller brush for under the eyes. I'm afraid that this is a little bit dark. Yeah, it's a bit darker for me, but this is shade 3 and 1. They didn't have much shades, at least not in the Sephora that I went to. They have 4 shades. And I chose the one just before the deepest. Yeah, it's too deep for my skin. Maybe I'll use the beauty blender for the rest of my face. I picked up a few dresses from All Saints. Some were under, so 2 dresses. One was under discount, and the other one was not, out of the new collection. I liked their rock style. My husband actually was impressed by their collection, which is something that rarely happens. Um, that your husband would be impressed with anything, because they see it as everything is the same. I'm just using a fluffy brush to blend everything. First impression, it's too drying. But maybe that's a good thing, because I'll be carrying stuff going through the airport security and all of that. We'll see how it holds. If I can, I'll chicken through the day. I'm still shy about pulling out a camera and actually talking to the camera, but I'm trying. Forgive me. I'm still learning this, and both Alex and I are shy. Even taking pictures for Instagram, we really struggle to just stop and take pictures. Just sometimes you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you're too shallow. And people look at you differently, like, what's this idiot is doing here? Who cares? The other night I wanted to take a picture in the lobby of the hotel, and there were nobody, like nobody was waiting for the elevator, nobody was around me. Then came this lady and just stood there. She didn't allow us to take the picture. We waited for 10 minutes for her to leave the place, although there were a lot of spots not to block the pictures. She was just special. There is one thing that I didn't open yet, which is this new makeup by Mario. the master metallic. So I have master matte, and I picked this when we had the Sephora sale. Sephora sale was testing for me because, again, it's one of the things that you get influenced to buy more stuff than what you actually need. So it was between this and between Natasha Denona palettes. I didn't like what's available on Sephora website, so I know that I liked Mario's matte stuff. Natasha Denona, I have a small, the 5 shades, I think, strip of eyeshadows. Those were buttery, great, fantastic. But I wanted to try something else, especially the prices for Natasha Denona are ridiculous. And these seems to be better priced for the for what you get. Like I have already the mask that I am actually using, and I've been using for a year now. And this is how the metallic stuff they worked really well, and I like it because there are some colors that you can experiment with and other colors that you can use for day time. So I'll just have some darker color to cut into my crease, and then I'll use one of the colors here to dab in the center. um, I'm using the 2 colors here, and they look darker on, they look almost the same. One is more red and the other one is more neutral. Just um, mix them together and put them around the crease area, which was I was doing honestly in the past few nights. Like I would go to the conference during the day, finish, come, do my makeup like in 10 minutes and leave. Alex was impressed by how fast I do my makeup, and he was like, I thought you do your makeup in an hour. I said, yes, when I'm filming, because I need to speak to the camera. But in real life, these steps are already memorized and they're automatic. What else has been going on in my life? I bought a new bag, but I will not show you in this vlog. Probably I'll show you next time. I really like it. It's very versatile. It's on the smaller side, so I couldn't carry a lot of stuff, but it's very good for daily use, honestly. Like just going to the mall, or it's not for work or to pack books in it. I don't want this to be a full smoky eye, honestly, but it turned into one. I noticed something in Canada here, people do not use a lot of makeup. So when you go to places with full makeup, you feel weird. I'm dapping the lightest 2 shades, just to show you the lightest 2 shades here, and just applying them in the center. I think I forgot to do my lower lash here. That's what happens when you speak while or talk while you're doing your makeup. Even when you have friends and do your makeup while they're chatting with you, you forget some steps. I want to eyeline, just an eyeliner, and then we're done. I use this side, the one that has the gold ring on it, because it's felt tip kind of thing rather than hard tip, and it allows your hand to glide. I anchor my hand to my body. I look down and just create a flick, and then just draw a line. We watched a series called The Diplomat. It was a new release on Netflix. It's fantastic. I haven't seen something like this since House of Cards. If you remember House of Cards, it is fantastic. If you're looking for drama, politics kind of things, it is a fantastic series. Fantastic. The writing was impeccable. Sometimes we question the events, but it makes sense at the end. And of course, it ends on a cliffhanger, so we cannot wait. Actually, I hope the same writer continues. I think she's a brilliant. I think she is a writer, like a female is a writer, and I think she's a brilliant. We watched an old movie last night called Gigi. It was very sweet. Like, I'm not sure. I think it was from the 40s or 50s or 60s. I'm not sure. And it's about Paris in the 20s. And I didn't match my eyeliners. It's very sweet, very sweet. I think I'll smoke up the liners because I was talking during the liners session and I didn't do well. So what I do is that I just smoke the liners, and that's life. That's what I can do. Do you find it difficult to find anything nowadays to watch, or are we just being spoiled? Because no good movies, no good anything, if I'm honest with you. Like, even out in the cinema, we try sometimes to find something to watch, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing out there. And it's frustrating because you think, is there something wrong with me that I don't like anything, or there is nothing going on? Especially after COVID, and I know that movies usually takes years for a movie to be done. It's just a lot of the time you want to be entertained, and there is nothing entertaining you. Yeah, I bought 2 sunglasses as well. Yeah, I think 2 is the theme of this trip. 2 pairs of sunglasses. But I'll unbox them along with the bag and the dresses next time. I'm not happy with my eye makeup, but everything is fixed with a mascara. I feel like I'm too shiny. or it could be the sun, where I'm sitting. I'll just finish with the mascara and a gel for the eyebrows if I can find it. Yeah. What passed it during these few weeks? Sophia Richie's wedding, that was amazing. Yeah, last night there was the Met Gala. Um, Not a lot of people actually. I thought since Karl Lagerfeld is the muse of and the theme, I thought a lot of people would have better dresses, but not. I liked a lot Givenchy's take on Karl Lagerfeld's. I think Anne Hathaway dress was fantastic. I didn't like her hairdo, but it's very Versace. Um, Gigi Hadid looked fantastic. There is the Asian lady that just won the Oscar. Her dress was beautiful. Sorry if I have name lapse. Um, Nicole Kidman. I do not agree with what she's doing to her face, but her dress looked fantastic, and it's part of a campaign, I think, with Chanel at some point. Um, yeah, a lot of things happened recently. The price increase with YSL and the debate if it's worth it or not, the price increase with Chanel and the quality. I don't have a lot of things from Chanel other than sunglasses, for example, but shoes, I have one pair and it's been winter and raining and snowing, so I didn't really test it. Um, but everyone is complaining about Chanel quality. But I've never um, heard anything about YSL quality. I have I don't know what's the name of the purse. It's a rectangular, very hard with a logo. I didn't get the one with the tassel. I forgot the name of it and I bought it like 2015, 2016, long time ago. And it held its shape. The color of the hardware never changed. It traveled with me around the world. I never had issues with it. If I'm honest with you, most of my luxury bags, I don't have any issues with them. The only bag that I had issues with is Givenchy Antigona, but I have the medium to large size, so I was carrying it a lot during travels, using it for the airport. A lot of the time, I use it to go to work. So, and I bought it in that same when it came first, like in 2015, maybe. I don't remember. The handles started to peel off. Um, they sealed the leather around the edges. That sealant is started to peel off. But I think it's a wear and tear kind of thing. It's not a quality issue, in my opinion. And I am not someone who takes care of their bag. I buy I buy a bag to use it. I do not buy a bag as investment because it's not really an investment. If we're honest with each other, you do not buy a bag for an investment. You buy stocks, you buy gold, you buy stuff that are really worthy. So for people who say buy Hermes as investment, I disagree. It might be, but I disagree, honestly. I want to buy a bag to actually enjoy it. and use it for the purpose that it's intended to be used for. And that could be my flaw. I'm using Dior Iconic over curl. I'm not really happy with how my makeup turns out, but when I talk, for some reason, when I talk and film myself, it doesn't. It's not bad. It's not how I usually do it because I take my time. Um, for the lips, I got all of these lip liners from Sephora. Sephora brand. I didn't really gravitate towards Sephora brand till I saw my sister Dima using them. So I got carried away, and because they're each one is like $8, 8 Canadian, $8. So I was like, let me get every color. Alex was horrified, was like, do you really need all of these? He was like, no, I don't need them, I want them. Which color should I use? Both are very pale. I'm not sure. Oh, those are too pale for me. Yeah, it's too pale. Let's see the other one. Still too pale. Sorry about that. We will just have the lipstick and then we're out of here. Yeah, this color is better. Sorry about the noise in the background. Alex is just packing his stuff.
Someone isn't helping me.
I packed my stuff.
Sure you did.
Just apply some lipstick and that's it. This is Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon. They're really good. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. And we'll see you next week. I'll tell you later if I do like this powder or not. Some of the things that I didn't like was this highlighter from Makeup Forever. This I can't tell you now, but everything else seems to be fine. And I'll give you my thoughts later. Bye for now.